or in the alternative, continue this case. Mr. Kaiser is adamant there is missing body cam footage. So I was gonna request continuance to investigate that. Aside from that, he just really hasn't been listening to my advice or really having much to do with anything that I have to say.
You have a motion to suppress down today, correct? And your motion to withdraw is based on the fact that there's supposedly missing, some missing body cam footage?
Yes, that's correct.
What evidence do you have to believe that there is actually any missing evidence?
I've talked to Mr. Woodall. I personally don't have any reasonable belief there would be, but I followed it just out of abundance of caution.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chad Cox got it. And I've notified him ever since I've been in. He's talking about his office is getting renovated. He don't have time to find it. Because he was my attorney. I had in my discovery, it was one fiber out, whatever you plug into those to look at your discovery. He had one. She has four. And the one she had, Mr. Cox didn't have, because I think it was extra to it. It was a lot more to it than what's been asked. So I asked her to get what she has sent off to the lab, to the TBI to make sure, because I know it's been tampered with. Because that ain't what I'm seeing. I know what he showed. But since he stepped down, now his office is in renovation. He didn't send it. And the things that I read is like he shouldn't even done nothing with it until 2 years or a few years after my case is closed. So why is now all of a sudden it's gone? And he keeps sending different stuff. My discovery pack was filed with Runyon. But since
So how many different lawyers have you had?
Runyon, he stepped down because he's a friend of the sheriff's, which had nothing to do with this case, but the courts allowed him to do that. She's a relative to the police that's on my case. So really, I can't be truthful to her.
On this case, Jay Miller, Stewart County Sheriff's Office?
No, on the ones that's also set for
We're
today.
not worried about
That's
that
the
one.
ones that's set for today.
The one that's set for today is the motion that the case that's set for Thursday, is it Thursday?
Yes, Your Honor, it's Thursday.
Set for Thursday for trial, and those charges are possession of a firearm by a felon, revoked license, first offense, the unlawful drug paraphernalia, and seatbelt violation. That's the only case that is set for Thursday.
But I was told I had cases set today, and it's not the one she filed. It was for a four-wheeler and a Class E felony, a class for evading arrest. That was also set for today.
That's set for status apparently, but it's not
Right.
set for trial.
Yes, I can't be truthful to her when it's just a conflict. I mean, I've asked her to file those motions. Every time I ask her to file something, she says she's got to ask the DA or go to the DA. The DA is not working with me. I'm working with her. So even her uncle told my wife that the DA is going to prosecute me. So how does her uncle know unless it's getting talked about around the kitchen table? I cannot trust that. So I've spoken to 2 attorneys that I was going to hire, but I'm in jail, so I can't hire. But like again, she's handled a lot of stuff of mine. But when I ask her to file something, it's always, but the DA said this, the DA done that. But what about the evidence that we supposed to be collecting? She hadn't investigated where I was pulled over at, the why I was pulled over, the body. It's a lot to it. It's a lot to it. And I can't even address nothing with her because it's not confidential. It goes from her mouth to her uncle's mouth or to the DA's mouth, and I can't do that. That's why I don't talk to her. She told me the first time I talked to her, I know her dad. So I said, how? She won't tell me.
I have not disclosed any information regarding this case to anyone, so.
Well, I was made aware of the obligation or the argument that you had to make about her situation. I'm not so sure that my first inclination was that I was not going to grant her motion to withdraw and I wasn't going to continue your case because it's been pending since 2021.
Yes, sir.
And she is the 3rd or 4th lawyer that you've had. appointed, and we keep appointed lawyers, and then there's some issue. Be quiet when I'm talking.
Yes, sir.
That there are several times that that's has to happen. My concern now, generally, despite what we have discussed in the chambers, is that Ms. York is being placed in a situation where she's likely to not have a good way out of it. If she continues in the case because I don't grant her motion to withdraw, then it seems to me that that will create an issue for post-conviction relief that otherwise would not be present if she is allowed to withdraw, and that resolves the issue about supposedly the lack of discovery, although I'm of the opinion that this is a pretty straightforward case. I mean, it's a case of driving on a revoked license and in possession of a handgun. So I don't know how the evidence could be that, but the state is objecting to a continuance and a motion to withdraw.
That's correct, Your Honor. State's, it's the state's opinion. This is Mr. Kaiser's, another attempt, Mr. Kaiser, just to delay this case. Been going down the road. State's been ready, since Mr. Runnion's had this case. The state's been ready since Mr. Cox had this case. The state's ready for trial Thursday. Understand your ruling.
Clemens, what conflict does your office have with this individual?
I don't recall the exact conflict. I think it might have been that there was a PCR filed against our office. Mr. Kaiser.
That's been 25 years ago.
Your Honor, I'm happy to be stand-in if you needed to appoint a counsel, and I could probably go forward with trial on Thursday as well if I can get the discovery today.
And you're Mr. White?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to allow Ms. York to withdraw on her motion based on the fact that she has divulged that there is some relation between her, someone in her family distantly has some relation to another case that this defendant has. And I'm of the opinion that it's puts her in a position where the appearance of impropriety could attach. So we're going to protect Ms. York from having that issue raised by allowing her to withdraw, and I'll appoint Mr. Kendall White. Now, Mr. White, you can talk with General
I'll be glad to talk.
Whitall about it and see if you can be ready for trial before I leave today. I just need to know if we're going through with the trial on Thursday. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right. Thank you, Ms. York.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I have a big in trial settings. I have an easy one. Dewey Robinson is on your docket. If we could set him for trial, I don't think the state and I will be able to make it any kind of,
Who was it? I'm sorry.
sorry, Your Honor.
Who was it?
Dewey Robinson, Your Honor.
Clerk is throwing files out. Louis Preston Robinson on page 7 of the docket. Do we need to set a trial date?
Yes, Your Honor. We need a trial date.
We can set it behind Paul Davidson, like in August,
And that date is
the 8/11. We can do that.
August the 11th.
August the 11th, Your Honor.
Right.
I'm available. That works for us.
Okay.